Hey everybody, it's Coach Heather with Abundant Health Coaching. I'm a certified THM coach and just thought I'd get on here and chat a little bit about the scale. So today is day 50 for me. No, 55 for me off the scale. I felt led to do like a scale fast for a bit because as I have built muscle in this past year, my weight has increased and it's bothered me, and I've struggled to get past the number after trying to maintain a certain number for so long and being able to do it. It was just kind of freaking me out a little bit to see that scale go up and I just needed to step back and take a break. So I just thought I'd share a little bit quickly about how this journey has been these past 55 days. So tomorrow I have a telehealth appointment and I will need to weigh in for that. And so that's why tomorrow is the day that I'm going to weigh in again. So I just got done working out at the gym, so I'm going to be not looking my best here, but it feels so good to move my body, and I've been at the gym for a couple months and I'm loving it. I'm loving being able to lift heavier, and it just makes me feel great. So anyway, so I have dealt with body image stuff for a very long time. My first memory of it was like at 6 years old. I remember hearing that bread was fattening, and so I took my hamburger buns off my kids' meals at 6. I remember stepping on the scale at 6 years old and weighing 45 pounds and thinking that's too much. So it's a very deep-seated, long-term situation, this body image stuff with me. Like, I've been thinking about this a lot, way more than I should, for many, many years. And I went through anorexia at 20, and then I went through like a binge disorder probably around 23. And then I was able to eat and not control things so tightly, but still struggle with the body image stuff. So, and just trying to maintain like the lowest possible healthy weight for my size, my height and everything. And God had given me a number. I prayed. I read Lisa Bevere's book. This was when I was anorexic. You are not what you weigh. And the Lord she talks about in there about asking the Lord for your weight, like what he thinks you should weigh, and how she did that, and God helped her to get to that weight without trying to control it, like just by listening to the Spirit and just caring for her temple, essentially, and then and being led by him, and how God was faithful to keep her there and get her back there after babies and everything. And God spoke a number to me, and I fought that number. I thought, okay, that's at like in winter clothes with heavy boots at the end of the day kind of thing. Like, probably if it was just me, I could take 5 pounds off that. So I fought with the Lord for many, many years to try to be what I wanted to be and it was literally over 5 pounds. So silly. And then I would always get back to that point. Like, I would be able to maintain that really low weight, like when I was nursing a 6 to 9 month old, tons, because I would always be my thinnest then. And then as they would wean, I would put on about 5 pounds. And just naturally, my body, that's just where it wanted to be, because that's where God wanted me to be, right? So then as I've gotten older, it's gotten harder to maintain that weight even. Like, eventually I accepted that, I guess. And then I started lifting these weights and going through perimenopause this past few years. And so, like I said, needed the scale break. So what has God showed me during this time? Well, he's taught me to cry out to him when I start having negative thoughts and just saying the name of Jesus. And he has been so faithful to just rescue me from those thoughts. And one of the cool things that happened is another health coach that I was following on YouTube. I commented on something that she had done one day and shared a little bit of my story. She was just kind of asking where people were at, what the history they had was, and that kind of thing. And I shared a little bit, and I told her where I'm at in my journey. And she just really felt led to gift me with her course called Body Image Breakthrough. And I can link that. I can link her YouTube below, and you could find out more information if you'd like about it. It's 8 sessions. I did it in 8 days. She says, you can do it like one a week, or she wants you to really take time with it to absorb it. But I was so ready for it. I was just so hungry for it, and it was God's timing, and that was really amazing. And that is the point where and that was just like in the past couple weeks, and that was at the point where I really felt like I was really having that breakthrough. And going through her course, it just blessed me so much. And so anyway, so I feel like the Lord has spoke to me that at this point I need to embrace a few more pounds, and instead of fighting with my body to try to maintain a lower weight, a weight it doesn't want to be at, that I need to embrace another 5 pounds. So, and He's worked in my heart, and I think I'm okay with that now. So I'm really excited. I'm going to get a STIQ scan here at the gym on Friday morning, Lord willing. I had one done February 13th, which was the last day I weighed. And they were not really sure how accurate it was because my hair was down. It was very curly, and they were saying it could have messed it up. I don't know why they didn't tell me to put it up. But anyway, it was not bad then. It was pretty good overall. So I've been lifting heavier though, and I've been doing some more diastasis work. So I'm hoping that things will look even better now. And really, I know as we age, the most important thing is physically is for us to keep our muscle mass, because it just declines rapidly after 40. And I'm 48, and I have been lifting weights, really many years, like decades, but I haven't been lifting heavy. So I started lifting heavy probably the past year. And so I definitely have more muscle than I've ever had before. And of course it looks nice. I like how muscle looks, but that's really not the most important thing. It's so it goes so beyond that. Like it's our anti-aging, it's our longevity, keeping our muscle mass around. And it's even good for your brain. It's like there's so many things that it helps with. So anyway, just thought I'd get on here and share and encourage you, if you're struggling with body image stuff, to look to the Lord and ask Him, how should I eat? What should my weight look like? At this season I'm in, like, where do you want me? We're called to surrender everything to God. And that includes our bodies, like our size, everything about our bodies. Romans 12:1 says, present yourself to the Lord as a living sacrifice. And our bodies are His temple. And we need to live for Him in every aspect of our lives, including our weight and how we eat. And we are to glorify Him in everything. Whether we eat or drink, we are to glorify God in our bodies. And so He has shown me, as far as THM, they have come out with like a WIZZI plan. It's called the WIZZI. It's for women 40 and up specifically. You could probably do aspects of it if you're younger, but it's for women that are in like the stubborn hormonal seasons with the stubborn pounds kind of thing. So, and I really wanted to kind of jump into that. And they're great, like nourishing meals. My blood sugar does well with them, and I am pre-diabetic walking out of that, and have to be really careful with my blood sugar and everything. And I have found it hard for me to always make those meals because they do take some more time. I'm totally a drive-through Sue, quick and easy. I have a very busy life. I have 9 kids, 4 grandbabies. My children range 4 to 31, and I homeschool, and just super busy mama, and Mimi. So I don't always have time to make those meals, and I love them, and they're very slimming and very healthy. But I don't do them all the time. I do some of the more foundational THM some of the time, just because it's easier for me to manage it. All of my meals are pretty much based around my protein. I try to get around 125 grams a day, at least, somewhere between 100 and 125. So anyway, just because that's what you really need to, really 125 is kind of minimal, is what THM recommends. So I do one of those is essential amino acids I drink every day, and the rest are meals, and so or snacks, but they have the 25 grams in them. And then I kind of just put my other food, build my meals around that protein, and very little sugar, very little white flour. I do have some off-plan stuff on occasion. At this point, that still feels like food freedom to me. I try to be as careful as I can and do a lot of like glucose goddess hacks to help keep my blood sugar in check even when I don't eat perfect, which are really helpful. I'll probably do a video on that at some point, some of those that have really helped me. And I'm excited to weigh in tomorrow, and I think I'm in a good place and ready for it. I'm not sure how often I'm going to weigh in. I like the idea of doing the Psycho scan every couple months. I may talk to the trainer on Friday and ask them how often they recommend you do it, but I'm thinking no more than once a month. I'm not sure how much improvement you could see with that. Basically, it measures your bones, and it does like measurements, it does weight, it does muscle, and so it's really cool to just see exactly what's going on and where all those numbers are at. And to me, it's more important that I have my body fat in a healthy place, and that I have my muscle mass is good, and my bone mass. I've actually been diagnosed with osteoporosis about a year ago, and doing everything I can to fight to not basically end up in a wheelchair in my older age. I definitely have some back issues and some issues already from it. So I have to be very careful with exercise. Even though I am lifting heavy, I have to be very, very careful about it because I can so easily get injured. So it's a tricky balance, but I think I'm finding it. The Lord's helping me with that. And so anyway, I would encourage you, if you're struggling with body image issues, the scale, just pray about it, ask the Lord about it. And as I was saying, I'm still kind of seeking him about how often I'm going to weigh. It might just be every couple months. I don't know. Or it might be, I don't know, it could be every day. But I don't want it to, as long as it's controlling me, I know it doesn't need to be happening very often. Like, I don't need to be on that scale if it's, pulling me down and pulling my focus away from where it needs to be. So anyway, I hope y'all are having a great day, and just praying that God helps you see your value in him, and that you are so loved and so treasured, and the apple of his eye if you're his child, and that he loves you. Even if you don't know him, I pray that you would cry out to him. And the Bible says whoever calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. And so pray that if you don't know him, that you will do that. Have a great day.